Hi everyone, so today I'm just going to do a little quick let's make with me. So I'm just going to make a little trifold tag holder for a journal that I'm working in. So here I'm just using some avocado dyed paper, and I'm measuring that so that it's 3.5 inches on each section, and then I scored it at 6, I think it was, or 6.5, I can't remember now, and then just folded that down. Obviously you can use any form of paper. Here I've got some digitals, they're from ARTYmaze. So I'm just not going to do any measuring, I'm just going to judge and just like make marks and fold and then tear, just to get all my like my matting done on these. So you can watch me do that. So I think this is me on my last piece, or thereabouts, and I'm just adding that. So both them pieces of paper were from ARTYmaze. So I've got lots of little leftover bits. They are going to be ideal for popping onto the pockets. And I'm just using a tacky glue to do that. So I glue all three on. I didn't do any inking up on this because actually I did a little bit, but not actually on the pocket holder itself. I think I did with some tags later on that I put in into the pockets. I just kind of liked it because the journal that I'm working on is a shabby chic one. I'm kind of addicted to them at the moment. I'm supposed to be doing Christmas in July, and these shabby chic journals have just kind of taken over at the moment. But I've got everything printed out to get Christmas in July done. I really wanted to do that this year, and I had big plans on making things at the beginning of the month, and it all went out the window. So here I'm using some digital washi, and that is from chapter 1. There's a great selection of washi on there, and I love the florals. Very shabby with the flowers on there. So again, just sticking that down and doing the same. That's just a little old credit card. It's covered in paint, and everything else that I use is like a multi-tool to me. Use it for scraping things on and making sure things are glued down properly, and tearing as well. So these double hearts that I have, I not printed, I die cut them and then embossed them. I've got a few still in the journal that I'm making. You'll see that very shortly, as in not in this video, but I haven't got much to do to it now, but I just thought I'd do this little video because I haven't done a let's make or a craft along in a week or two, I think. So just gluing them down and popping them on. And I just used white cardstock and then embossed and used my distress ink to change the colour because I didn't want white. So here I've got a little butterfly, and I think that's a freebie from ARTYmaze. Yes, it is. It's a freebie from ARTYmaze. Then I'm just pulling in, because I've got loads of scrap pieces left from the previous. I think I've done 2 of like shabby chic style journals in the last week and a bit. So I've got lots of little bits left over, and that paper that I'm inking up right now is from the journal bolt on Etsy, and the flower that I'm using, the flower postcard, is from ARTYmaze, and I think that's called rose journal cards, rose cards, something like that, rose postcards, something like that. I can't remember. So then I was deciding, right, how am I going to do this, because I made one the other day, but because I tied like a big bow in it was too bulky to go inside. So I just thought I just need a little bit of fabric, and I'm just gonna like just tie it, but not in a knot, if you know what I mean, or not in a bow, because obviously it would be too bulky to put inside the journal. So I'm just laying that, trying to get equal parts either side. I'm doing that on the back. I wasn't sure whether to do it at the front and have a side bow or tie, I should say. So I'm just gluing that piece down, and then inside I'm just going to make 3 tags for inside there. So here I've one of the little pieces that was left over. I'm bringing my Bind It All out to just punch the holes in there. Now this is normally used for book binding, but I use it just to put some little holes in things. And then I'm going to trim that down because I don't want the pocket that deep, and just take a little slither off of either side because it was just a tad too long. Just drawing a line there and just penciling that, penciled it and then cut it. See, I'm still not in this talking malarkey's just been crazy the last 2 weeks, I think. Just making stuff up as I go along, making my own little language up. So I'm just popping that on there. And then I'm going to make a little tag for inside there as well, some leftover pieces. Just inking that up. That is a piece left over from, well, it's one of ARTYmaze's papers. It's a freebie. You can find that, I think, on her coffee shop. And just gluing this postcard down. I love the red flowers and the red roses on these postcards. They're just yummy. And then just inking that little tab up, and then I got a bit of glue on there, so I didn't want that side, so I inked up the other side and just went around the edges a little bit. So that fits in there nicely. Just grabbing a couple of little pieces of scrappy bits that are on the side, try and get them used up. Shame to throw them away because there's some nice patterns on them. Just gluing that down, and then a little piece of digital washi that was sitting there on the side. Right, on the back here I found this piece that is from MyPorchPrints, one of the, I think it's called Rose Garden ephemera pack, and I'm making the tag the same width, but it's not a tag actually. I'm going to make it into a pocket. I just folded that top over because obviously there's going to be in and out of a tag that is going to go in behind that, so I want a little bit of strength there, so just inking up around the edges. Popping on the journal card. Again, a nice rose on there. Just using my tab punch, I use that to put my little notch in because my big circle punch is rubbish. It only does a little bit and sticks the rest. And I've tried everything to sharpen it, like, you know, all the suggestions. Doesn't work with me anyway. I do have to invest in a new one. So just popping that on, and then I'm going to use that leftover piece there to make another tag, and just trimming them little bits off. I did actually back that with some coffee dyed paper. I was just seeing if that goes in, and it did. It was just a bit not dried yet to be fiddling around with that. So yep, I inked up around the edge after I backed it with some coffee dyed paper, and I couldn't find another like postcard thing with like a red rose on it, so I thought, okay, well, we'll just have to use the yellow then. I wasn't going to print out another sheet just to get one, so I used the yellow rose there, which I think yellow roses are beautiful. A little bit of crocheted trim for my tag, and I think that's it. I think that's all I did. So yeah, that was quick and easy. Get to use up little bits that have left over, and it can pop nicely in a journal. And you will see this in the upcoming video of another shabby chic journal. So thank you for watching. Hit the like, leave a comment, and I will speak to you all soon. Bye.